Okay, let's try that again. As my game just crashed. How fun. So I'm going to go back to the beginning because my game crashed. So, always fun. Just hope that everything's working again. Yeah, it seems to be. Doesn't seem to be any issues so far. Okay. So we're back again. Could have been better. As you pass by the door, you see a middle-aged wage slave working at a console. His back is facing the doorway and he doesn't seem to have noticed you. Let's approach him. Let's do the same as we did. You step into the room and make your way towards the wage slave. As you approach him, he sits bolt upright and begins to turn towards you. Wait for him to turn around. The wage slave turns around and blinks at you. Who are you? How the hell did you get in here? Looking confusion on his face disappears, replaced by suspicion. His hand edges towards a large red button mounted on his desk. Let's use the charisma. Sorry to have startled you, my name is Jonathan, I'm a new contractor, just want to stop by and say hello. Oh well, hello then, I'm Klaus. He glances at his PDA. Good God, I couldn't have clocked out an hour ago. Well, pleasure meeting you, Jonathan, and have a good night. Let him go. Let's open this side door, get everyone inside. Standing in the hallway is a janitor, a tired looking woman in her mid-30s. She's staring at you, her eyes wide with surprise. You can't help but notice the alarm panel set into the wall just behind her. With a flick of her wrist she could make the job infinitely more complicated. Oh, excuse me, you startled me. Look of confusion crosses the janitor's face and her eyes flirt from you to your team and the door you've just let them in through. You're suddenly aware of how very out of place you are. You look in this building. Let's actually read this with proper English instead of adding words in that aren't there. And the furrow in the janitor's brow tells you that she's made the same observation. Who are you exactly? And how did you get into this building? She's the corporate etiquette. Oh well, welcome aboard. From what I've heard about QA testing, I don't envy you. The guys back in the server room will appreciate your presence, I'm sure. Thanks, I'm just glad to be here. She nods grimly. You can tell me that. You're telling me. My husband has been unemployed for over a year. He takes care of the kids, so that's something, but money is tight. She gestures towards the open door. We'll step right on in and head to Mandy in reception. She'll get you logged into the system so you can clock in and out. The janitor smiles at you warmly. Thanks, you've been a great help. Let's go check this office quickly. Search the drawers. Contents of the drawers make it clear it belongs to a supervisor. A Mr. Stephen Williams according to the nameplate. You find plenty of employee performance evaluations, schedules of up and coming meetings and deadlines, and other decisively uninteresting files and papers. One of the drawers, however, is locked. Investigate the locked drawer. The drawer appears to be secured by some sort of electronic lock. The desk itself, however, looks relatively flimsy. You might be able to force the drawer open. Examine the lock further. There are no visible keyholes, no input, and no card reader. The lock must be controlled throughout the computer terminal. Leave the drawer alone. Turn on the terminal. Terminal boots up quickly. I have your Deca cracked password. Log in as S. Williams. Unlock the drawer. With a sharp clicking sound, the maglock releases and the drawer pops open. Amongst the various other items in the lock drawer, you find a supervisor's ID badge. So we'll head in here. Hovering silently, the drone sweeps their optical sensors over your stolen ID badge. A few seconds later, a synthesized voice chirps out of the nearest drone's speaker grill. Level 2 authorization detected. Proceed. Halt, this is a restricted area. The guard raises his weapon, his voice brimming with excitement. Show me your ID now. Do we use the ID badge, or do we... Let's use the etiquette, actually. That's what we got him for. Dispatch. The guard sounds both confused and frightened. Look, it's my first day, but the captain didn't say anything about this. I don't question. Dispatch said they say jump and I jump. But Look, you want to step out of my way? I need to jack into the console behind you and verify that the patch is ready for release. After a long pause, he stammers out a response. Yeah, okay. You go ahead and do what you need to do. But don't leave this room, you hear? I want to keep an eye on you. Don't worry, I won't. Okay, in we go. No, let's not use the exploder actually, let's use the tar one. Missed. Of course they miss, because that's just how it goes. Ow. Ow, right. Just stop missing, would you? It's the one thing I hate about this game being on very hard. The however many times I miss is just stupid. Even if you get into very good positions, like that's done. He's going to take a few hits, isn't he? Yeah. So then we'll heal him quickly. Come on, heal him. Then we'll fire the blaster. Followed by the erosion. Oh, I wanted erosion, not thing. And then if we fire the tar one as well. Let's just keep firing at this guy. Missed. 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 Oh, come on. 4 misses. And then the 27% chance hits twice. Really? Just tar this thing to the ground. Now hopefully my game doesn't crash again, because that would be annoying. Yay! Right, send the attack. We'll send this program to here. And we'll go in here. I want to use erosion. I didn't want to move to here. I'm going to fire the blaster one off as well. Oh well, it missed, but it hit at least. Not too worried about using that program yet. One miss. So that one's dead at least, so we can move round. Let's end that as well. Took a hit, that's fine. Just hit them. Use the erosion. And miss twice, of course, that's how it goes. End the turn. They hit me twice, so I need to heal. 45% chance. I should. That one's going to die next turn. I need one more hit, so we'll end that. So we've got that. We'll grab that. So we need to get out of here. Send the program through. I'm going to move it to there, actually. It's going to take an absolute pounding now, though, isn't it? So I want to run into there. And then move to there, probably. Then erode this thing. Then I probably want to move that here. Fire the one that sticks them to the ground. Like that. That worked well, so he's doing something. I need to cast the reduce thingy. Oh, yeah, it's having a moment. So if we try and erode this, do a hell of a lot of damage to this time round. Missed. Missed. Hopefully we can tar it to the floor so it can't do anything. Can't move, that's fine. Missed. Hit. Miss. No, I want to heal, not... Right, that should be dead, so I should be able to just move down. Oh, actually no, so I need to hit this with erosion. That missed. So we'll kill this one off. So kill it. Thank you. Missed. 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 Yay, I hit. Took forever. Right. Missed. Missed. Oh. What is the odds? 57, so I should hit. More than just... Should hit more than I'm missing, on average. Okay, so now all I've got to do is escape. Don't know why I just healed then, I really didn't have to. Escape before the alarm, before he sets the alarm off. Yes, we're out. Okay, so that executive door is drone control center. Let's just leave. There's no point. I don't think there's any point in checking these other rooms. Oh, I think we can go in here, can't we? We can go this way round. Wonder what's in here then. Oh, the executive door. And a double miss, because that's just how things go. Oh, that was a little bit of a misclick, but let's lower the rating so that we don't get caught. Don't know if going in here was worth it, but I wonder if I can get through and check the other rooms. Without alerting these guys to my... No, I'm not going to bother. The run is done. And it's gone well. It's gone very well actually, compared to... Got away with no casualties and no footprint really. U-bound ride home is smooth and uneventful. The higher-ups at the OTK International must be scrambling to try and recover their losses. It's only a matter of time before they make the call. And Amstel's compromised data is uploaded to Night Errant comlinks. You're going to be rolling into AS technology with one hell of an advantage. Not bad for a night's work. That one went quite smoothly. Could have gone horrible, but it went really well. Okay, let's have a chat. Let's have a quick chat with a few people. Even from a distance, clear something is not right with Lane. Coming closer, you can see dried blood on his face and clothes, as well as a few discoloured blotches that pass for bruises on the troll's skin. More noticeably, there's considerable damage to the man's left prosthetic leg, which he now tends to with tools as antiquated as the leg itself. What the hell happened? Nothing, it's nothing. Someone comes at me thinks me weak, and I show him otherwise. Leaning to one side, laying crutches. His crutch is caked in more blood, and what appears to be bits of hair. Are you sure you're all right? I've suffered far worse, as you might imagine, and I don't need you or anyone else babying me. Tell me who did this to you. Just a punk with some bad ideas. Forget about it. I'll leave you be. The girl stares blankly into a vacant sky. She's still sporting a black eye, and there seems to be some fresh tears on her cheeks, but she doesn't seem to notice them. You don't look too good. Doesn't matter how I look out here, only how I look in here. Kim touches a skinny finger to her temple. She then lowers her gaze from the heavens and regards you, her eyes showing slightly more clarity than before. Been thinking, remembering, wondering. Do you want to talk about the black eye now? Zach said not to. You said I might get hurt again. Did he do that to you? What? No, of course not. Zach wouldn't hurt Fly. The man who did this knew Zach. He said they used to work together before they came to the... But he said he wasn't allowed to stay because of Monica. She said he was bad, and the man didn't like that. Now he wants to come back. He wants to be at the new Zach. He told me he had better stuff. Let me try it. But then he said to tell Zach that he was coming back to take what was his. Monica kept him out. It was for good reason, if you say so. So what have you been thinking about? Kim hugs herself tightly around her midsection, drawing herself in, doing the impossible of making herself thinner. I'm not sure. I want to talk about it. I only ever talked about it with Monica. I'm here to listen, just as Monica was. Okay? She takes a deep breath to ready herself, and then she bites her lips and her eyes stretch the unseen. Monica said I would forget. She thought the stims might help in there. I'm strong. I never had to lose anyone. But then I come back out here where children play in the street, and I remember where I see Doc Exalbel, and I remember he was mad at me for losing her. But now I don't know if he even remembers. He looks right through me, but he did what he told me. I saw him every month. I took the medication. I got as much food as I could. But he said it wasn't enough. That I would never be. Monica said a mother is always a mother, even when her baby dies inside her. She said she would go to heaven. I'm sure they're up there together. Monica will take care of her. I'll leave you be. Okay. Let's go talk to Zach about this guy. Oh, he's not going to talk to me about it, so that's fine. I want to know if there's any new stuff that I can buy. Some new spells, some new... Oh, so he hasn't got anything new. Hasn't gone to tier 3 stuff yet, which is interesting. Oh. See what weapons you got. Still looks all the same to me. Seems to be anything new from the last few times. Maybe it's the next time round, the next mission after the As Technology run. I might actually get some new stuff. Oh, wow! Please excuse me. Got work to do. I have a question for you if you don't mind. Have you ever heard of a gang called the Cruz? Sadly, yes. They were quite active here in Berlin. They're fascist, plain and simple. They cling to the Christian doctrine to justify their actions. But they are killers first and religious fanatics second. Just what is the deal with religion here anyway? I've never paid much attention to it myself. Well, it's complicated. We stand in a country that has clung to its religious heritage with considerable zeal in much of the developing world. The awakening shifted public's perception away from organised religion, but here in Germany it had the opposite effect. While many developing nations have adopted spiritualism, some here might have called it paganism as their de facto belief system. The Germany of 2054 remains a Christian nation. Whether that's a good thing or a bad one is open to interpretation. I take no stand on the matter either way. And what do you believe? I'm a simple traveller and a seeker of truth. I believe what I directly observe and have observed. His voice trails off to the corner of his mouth, twitches up into a smile. Much. In my view, all belief systems are essentially different ways of interpreting the same thing. Magic is an underlying force of the universe. It is a fundamental truth. Religion is the lens that society uses to focus the enormity of the truth into something that their people can understand. Wow. But what is the source of magic? Where does that truth come from? So you think the words of religion are wrong then? Intriguing. Well, you've given me a lot to think about. You ask questions that have no answers, young human. The elf strokes his beard, a contemplative look on his face. My experience lead me to suspect that magic is its own source. You may of course choose to believe differently. It matters little to me either way. You gave me a lot to think about. It's my pleasure. Now, is there anything else? Do you know anything about the great dragon? The elf ponders for a moment, twisting a ring on his right hand. Furnishwin, or however you pronounce that, I have no idea. The Firewing, that is a name that hasn't been heard in some time, over 40 years I believe. I cannot say for certain time. I don't get along. She was among the first great dragons to awaken and the first to be killed by meta-humanity. Or so the story goes. Of course, history is the version of past events that people have decided to agree upon. Truth is something else. Abs interjects, a great dragon is not like other awakened creatures. Whereas a basilisk is nothing more than a Komodo dragon whose genetic structure was mutated by magic's return. A great dragon, is a creature of magic. A creature that has seen more than one cycle of the world. This is the 6th. When a great dragon falls, the sound resonates across time and space. Got it, so you're skeptical. So how does the story go? Firewing, I'm going to say it Firewing because I can't say the German word properly. Awakened along with Lofweir, Nebelhar and Khalistan around the first decade of this century. She was first seen over the Harns mountains, and after a long flight announcing her presence, she began raining fire on every town and village she came across. Why attack? Did she think she was protecting her lair? No one knows. Firewing was never engaged in dialogue. German military forces are said to have killed her over the Sock. The years she emerged, this after months of fire and devastation and terror. Her body was never recovered. I think she's still in the Sock. I cannot say. A sealed emergency zone is, by very nature, sealed. We cannot know what happens inside with certainty. Yet, I do wonder what effects the radiation from a nuclear meltdown might have had upon her. Any theories? Algernon crosses his arms across his chest. No, I do not deal in theory. Despite her death, there was a rumour that she had been seen over Iceland sometime after her fall, but it has never been confirmed. Some speculate that the viewers witnessed her astral form and that her body still lies in the sock. Now, is there anything else that you need to know? Can you see what you're selling? Okay, so there's no new stuff, so it is probably after the next run that I can get new gear. Which will be nice. It's been a long time since I actually upgraded into new gear. Hey, what's up, Chief? Any thoughts on our last run? Nah. Okay, so let's go to the computer and drop off some stuff. Check your inbox, jobs directory, active and pending jobs, Shadowrun, post pay data for sale, financial records, keywords. Let's walk away. So let's go and speak to Paul about what we're doing next. Richard, a job well done as usual, and the plan has worked swimmingly. I might add, I am already patched into Knight Errant's comm system. If and when they summon their high threat response team, I will know. As soon as you've finished resupplying, I'd recommend heading directly to the Jewelhan district. A commercial district shared by a variety of competing corporate interests, as technology controls the largest share of that district, including the major utilities that serve it. You'll find the facility that you'll be raiding there. Considering the level of security that as technology is running, I won't count on medical evac being available on this run. In fact, I bet against it. That means that if anyone falls unconscious in there, they will be buried when the building collapses. Obviously can't let that happen. I'd suggest stocking up on medical supplies before leaving. No medvac for this run, got it. Oh, one last thing. Flo Muller sent a message a while ago while you were on the OTK run. She says that when you reach the sub-basement of the facility, you'll need to find a security door. The door's maglocks can be opened via voice print recognition system. Apparently Frau Muller's surreptitiously recorded your meeting. She claims that she has added your voice print to Az Technology's database. What does that mean for me? If your client is to be believed, you will have the necessary access to open the door. The rest of your team, however, will not. You will reach that door. I'd recommend grouping up. Only you can open it, and there's no saying what you'll find on the other side. Frau Muller didn't tell you. Unfortunately, no, since your meeting, her message has been erratic. In truth, I'm not sure that she knows, but she was very clear about one thing. You're going to have to get past that door to reach the generators. Go now, Richard, we need to strike while the iron is hot. I'm on it. Okay. So we're on to the Az Technology run. I think it is probably a good idea to buy some dock wagons. So I think I've got enough medical supplies in that regard, because I think I've only got one technically in my group. I need medical supplies. It's 250 new yen for those. 25% of their health, yeah, we'll go with them. That should be fine. If we drop that off, we can probably give it to someone else. So if I keep one, and then Glory or someone else takes the others. Sounds like the best thing to do. Once we head off, I'll have a quick pause. Once it's saved on the Az Technology run, grab a drink, and then I'll be back. Assemble for the technology run. Right, so I'm going to take Glory because she's the medic of the team. Tempted to go that way actually. Yeah, we'll go like that. We'll go. Then at least I've got 2 more. I can have spirits as well. Bloodline. As technology. A giant in the world of technological and magical research. One of the most powerful and feared corporations on the planet. There are very few places in this world that the tendrils of Az technology cannot reach. Germany is no exception. The black glass edifice of the Azi Pyramid dominates the courtyard of the Zittendel Spandau. If that's right, I apologise to anyone who's German and screaming at my pronunciation of stuff. And countless others. The more innocuous, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Facilities can be found all over Berlin. The lab that they maintain in the Juahal district is one of these. According to your client, the project that the Azis are working on here is dangerous. So dangerous that she's paying you to bring the entire building down. Okay, so she can't take anything else. Let's give you another one of them, and you can take a basic med kit as well. That looks good. Confirm. I know I have open karma to spend. The Julahal district is everything that your client made it out to be. Corporate complexes of all descriptions crowd into one another, competing for the district's limited space. Lights burn in all the windows, but the streets stand empty. No shoppers, no pedestrians, nothing but silence. Quiet out here. A friend of mine did a job here once. Told me that local wage slaves are all issued efficiency apartments deep inside the compound. Apparently they've got all the buildings linked up to an underground tram system. Bed to Crucible in less than 5 minutes. Most days, the poor bastards don't even see the sunshine. That ain't a living, it's a slow death. He shakes his head. I don't get wage slaves, man. I really, really don't. Okay, so I'll have a quick break here. Get a drink and come back in about 5 minutes. Thank you very much.